Alright, people, I'm back. Or I will be in 10 minutes, because I just woke up. Alright, we're loaded up. See you later, Ms. Rat. The Art of Love. A cheeky booklet full of excellent advice that is granted to have all the ladies and lads fall at your feet. The cover is wood and has been painted to display a repeating image of a wolf's head. The motto of Viac's family, respect through the act, is written on a highly decorated style in the first place. That sounds very familiar to something. I'm not going to repeat it on the podcast. Don't fuck it up. Yes. Very cool. Himalayish. Court language. None. Yeah, wait. Aramaic. Okay. Sudanic, okay. Decline. Shaz Turkic, cool. Magadi. I don't see Himalayanish. Oh well. Oh. Ooh, mannerisms has been discovered. Okay. Now we're going to do Bergs. They're going to do canonical writing. Look at that in 13 years. Now we have a whole bunch of buildings we can make. Now I'm going to do one round of this, but I don't think I want to do a full rebuild of all my economic buildings yet, because we want to get Greenland while we're in the integration phase. I'm pretty sure we can do it in this integration phase, but if I build all the buildings now, there's a chance I won't be able to, because we'll go too quickly and the stability won't be high enough, or resilience, whatever it is. So we're going to do one of each of the economic buildings, the first economic buildings I have, then we'll slowly build up after. $787. Oh, it's closer than I thought. Such analysis is too rigid. We're at 787, which means we need 70 more. Which means in about 50 years, if all goes well, 30 or 40, maybe if we're extremely lucky. Okay, wait, actually, maybe we will do a second building phase. The other thing we're going to build, sick houses. Scotland has become known as the land of hospitals, as they were the first to reach out and build as many, upgrade as many of the hospices as possible. so that when the plagues would hit, as the land is developed, and will sometimes be prone to do, we will have protection against the dangers of said plague. And hopefully this shall encourage a trend of building hospices and upgrading them all across our nation, but I cannot make those decisions for them. Organize hunt, support Greenland. 923, okay. Send expedition to the west, 923. There's a chance that I won't get it, that we'll just get into the subsistence phase again, which is fine, because if we do, we'll just build like mad. But I think there's a chance within the next 30 years that we can actually finish off Greenland. So we just gotta not build, which is so hard. Okay, I have infirmaries all across Scotland. I think there's a good chance we'll survive any plague that come by. And now, because I don't want to rush to subsistence, I'm not going to build any more buildings, which is very frustrating, but until marginalization becomes a bigger issue, I'm just gonna Greenland's resilience is 850. Right now it's 787 or whatever. 850. It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be very tricky. Strategist, yay. Okay, so one thing I will say, which is a quality of life thing, most people, or a lot of mods I've seen, have integrated a slider for this so that we can scroll up and down our traits to keep an eye on them. Yeah. Pretty nice. Surprised that they haven't implemented it on this mod. never-ending elections. Okay, I'll be back. We're so close. Haunted cabins for now on. This is so intense. The race for Greenland is on. Okay. Who are you attacking this time? Oh no. No, because those are my vassals. So, no. Also, you can handle these fights on your own. You don't need the big 106,000 man army to help take down. Okay, send an expedition to the west. Range from gaining or losing gold to character modifiers and more dependent on the destination of your choice during the episode. An expedition can be costly depending on Greenland's. During the next 3 months, people gather supplies and prepare. We're sending you to Markland. Oh, hey! Someone else did good. Someone else did good. The resilience up to 827. We can do this. We can do this. Okay. Send to Markland. Yes, and we want the explorer who's kind, who has the martial skill. He's gonna suck for diplomacy though. He'll suck worse. He'll suck worse. Yep, we're going to do. I don't like that you're gonna suck at diplomacy, but you're just. So there's a chance that things will turn out well. Invite Norse settlers. Yep. Colonists. Yes, get rid of those Norse pirates. Okay. Even though we control all the Norse, so it's really just kind of like rebels of the state. Days left. We can almost get longships back soon after I start changing the culture. Almost get there. No, none of this. I don't want it. Yeah, that's fine. Vicious is a little dangerous considering our position, but that's fine. Set sail. Alright. Come get married to my immortal daughters. Information gathering. Okay, Greenland's network site. That's not what we wanted, but still, it's still proving that we could get some positive to resilience. If we get a lucky roll. Come on, another lucky event. Good work. Legend found, that's great. After we found Greenland, then we'll make a legend. Support Greenland. Yes. Okay. Improve Greenland's resilience by a large random amount. Improve Greenland by a random amount between 1 and 20. Okay, so we're going with this. Come on, don't fuck up. Abandoned village. What happened to the people of such a nice village? Increased Greenland's resilience. Okay. That's 2. We're already doing good. Ooh, we're close. Increased by 17 and network increased by 10. We're so close. If we get one more good event. Increases resilience, we're good. Otherwise, we have to wait another 10 years, but that's okay. For breasts boiled. Oh, come on. You gotta stop naming diseases after me. The plague of war. Yeah, worth it. We're going to pass limited authority. That's nice. Come on, we help the people. So far our reign has been a prosperous one. We are somewhat beloved by the people as well, which is pretty impressive. Let's just take a look. Oh, we got some territories I don't want. Where's the other one? Right here. Goodbye. But let's just check. We're looking in Essex just because. Colchester. Popular opinion 35. I mean, that's pretty good, right? For rulers, mostly fair, eternal city, holy sites, sanctity, nature, cives. Rampant bandits, not great, but it's still pretty good. I feel like popular figurehead should be in there. Yeah. What, is it not count, or does it only count on my own basis? It only counts on my own basis. Okay, well, people in the land that I control love me. Alright, that was a positive. Woo! I'll be right back. Cool. Yay, good job. Serve the crown. Serve the crown plus 15. Compassion is minus 15. Yes! Was that still not enough? Oh, I feel like we're like steps away. It's okay. Yeah, sure. We're steps away. We're steps away. One more 10-year period, and then that's it. And son, you have to stop trying to kill everyone. Just, take it easy. Just take it easy. Chill. Stop trying to kill everyone. Tactician. Scoundrel. Boo. Nope, don't want it. Oh my god, 520 gold. Okay, it hasn't increased. So there's a part of me that actually really loves this election system. It kind of takes away from people's arguments that they say that they can't do republics, because if you have powerful families already as a mechanic, then just
You know what I mean? Play it as a powerful family that's in the republic, and then once in a while you get control of a country. I know that's like shit comparatively, but like if you're choosing to play as a republic, like that's fine. You can get yourself installed as a dictator. You can hire private armies, make a empire. Like private corporation empire that then sways the courts or sways decisions. Ah, he is Mackinson. I didn't even get that. Yeah, sure. So we're still the most developed lands, but as far as trying to develop the lands in the east, that's proving a little bit more difficult. I thought it would be going quicker by now. And that's okay. That's decent. Syphilis. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So you're an Iacus. You're an Iacus. You're an Iacus. So you have traits I don't like. Oh, you're an Iacus as well. That's mostly okay. Oh, that's cool. Orbitors. Yeah, no. None of that. You're an Iacus. 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 You're not, and that's okay. Oh, why do you have territory in Norway? There you go. The last bit of the Norse is still in. Yep. Yeah, she's the last bit of Astera. That's hilarious. It's okay if these last little bits don't convert. I mean, I'm a little bit annoyed at these guys because humans agorize. They're not gonna like my egalitarian society, not much. Well, these male dominated ones. But it doesn't totally bother me if you want to practice your own beliefs. So Rome has been reduced to northern Italy, northern Magna Grecia as well, Corsica and Sardinia, though Corsica is split between them, southern France and Switzerland, and northern Spain, kind of the Basque land, which is hilarious. Carthage is working on North Africa and most of Spain. And Eastern Roman Empire pretty much took Illyria and Greece and Thrace, or is working on taking Thrace from Macedonians. Regional integration! Oh! I did it! Okay, now look, I set myself up to be able to do this, right? Like, this isn't a huge big deal, but it is for me because it's the first time I've done it, regardless of whether or not I've given myself the advantage to do it. But like, whoop, yeah, okay. The people of the North Atlantic were once petty warlords and tribes, long divided by a large cold ocean. Now they are united, more and more in culture, ideas, and trade, with Greenland settlement linking Eurasia and the Americas. The golden age of the far north is just beginning! Whew. You gain the Greenland colony succeeds legend. Yes. You gain the nickname the Explorer. Woo. You gain 1,000 prestige. Wonderful. Negative effects on low resilience and networks are greatly reduced. Woo! All involved cultures gain plus 50 culture acceptance of each other. Ooh, wonderful. Native American courtiers spawn will be somewhat more common in the Nordic Seas region. Cool. Reduced chances of failure when sending expedition to the west. Nice. The cost and risk of settling Vinland are greatly reduced, and if Vinland's viability is below 50, it will increase by a random amount in each year until it reaches that. Select one of the following 3 modifiers to apply to every country in the Nordic Seas region for 50 years. North Atlantic culture integration, development and popular opinion, economic, community. Oh, we're definitely going cultural integration. Oh, this is so wonderful. Okay, let's see what it says. Following the success of the Greenland settlements, the people of North Atlantic are now closely interconnected. Regardless of the cultural and religious differences, there is a broad, productive exchange of ideas and frequent cooperation between peoples of Norway and Europe and all the way to the Honduras in the Americas. Booyah. For a long time, Greenland has straddled the frontier of 2 worlds, separated by the vast ocean. There were some who wondered whether the Greenland settlements, founded so long ago by intrepid pioneers from Europe, could last in such harsh climates. Under my leadership, the Greenland colony is no longer an impoverished corner of the world, barely eking out an existence. It has emerged as a strong, adaptable, vigorous part of the North Atlantic civilization. What was once a trickle of goods entering the ports of Europe like walrus ivory has become a flood of people, ideas, cultures, and trade all over the Atlantic. Now it's up to us to determine where Greenland's destiny lies next. The people of North Atlantic should develop closer ties. Woo! For a long time, Greenland... Right, we already did. However, under the Greenland colony is no longer impoverished. Breath is determined to expand the cultural and diplomatic ties between the people who dwell on both sides of the Atlantic. Could this be a new age of cooperation and peace? Only time will tell whether Breath's approach will bring further prosperity to Greenland. Either way, the Greenland colony is here to stay. Yes. Okay. Let's just take a look. What's it gonna... I mean, it'll fail, but it's fine because it'll get better every year. And we don't need to do this, but we're gonna do this just to celebrate. Let's do this, people. I love it. I love it. This might go horribly because we have like zero viability as it is right now. But in 50 years, all of a sudden those chances go well. Now, it's only because I'm from Canada that I'm obsessing with this let's get to Vinland thing. But that would be cool. And if we do get to Vinland, I'm putting... I don't know how to do it, but I want to put Albion settlers on Greenland and in northern Canada somewhere. Decreases by 3. And we can still support Greenland, right? Yes, we can. Okay, so that's not going away anytime soon. We are going to keep that so that all the resilience goes all the way to 1,000. Okay. We're gonna make so many shillings. So many shillings. There'll be cows for the entire isle. Okay, not the entire isle of Greenland because we want some walrus space as well. But a good amount. I don't even know what accent I'm doing. I love it. They're not even Scottish. They're not even Scottish. Oh, fuck it. There will be a lot of cattle shillings in Greenland. And then there will be a lot... I was practicing my Scottish accent. It's horrible now. I apologize. Oof. Ugh. Okay. But that was a win. I'm going out. That was a win. I'm going out. It was great. This is great. This is great. This is great on so many levels. Yep. Let's end it here. Okay. No. Pardon. No. Okay. We did it. Oh. Yes. What topic does your heart yearn for? Okay. So, we were doing great. Now is the time to upgrade all of my holdings. the viability is still 2. It seems like the naysayers were right. Whether due to inadequate planet, limited supplies of resources, hostility from the local nation, lack of will to play with morale, or something else, the small band of senators I sent to it were unable to establish a small outpost there. Survived the whole idea, have returned home detected and responded. Okay, so we're not going to try and do this for a while. We're going to do this in 970. When it's 970, the viability will be back to 50, and we will try this again. No harm in trying and seeing if it was possible. I doubted it was possible, but just in case. Anyways, until then, we support Greenland all we can. Send expeditions to the west, specifically to Finland, to see if we can set up any type of if we can increase any type of viability by doing so. We will be playing it safe though. So if there are too many negative choices, we'll simply just take a neutral ending rather than a bad one. I have 27. I keep on getting... I don't want these titles. Stop giving me these titles. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. And you, Laurentia, we also give to you. Okay. Right, and we can finally do you. Okay. Bugs has been gone. Okay. Wow, you guys must be huge now. Are you still just archers? Yeah, you're still just archers. My type of army. That's great. Oh, that's so wonderful. Hard rule. Okay. Right, I have to go and check what we're using right now. Bailiffs, wow, that is kind of interesting. I think we're gonna go down this path first. Coinage would be nice. But we're gonna go down this path first. 7 years. 6 years, 7 years. So in 20 years, we'll have all the martial stuff I want. Something tells me I'm just going to be on the building screen for the next hour. Because my building speed is just... I mean, it's great. I love it. What does it say about the culture? We have an incredible building speed. And so far, the only thing we've had something fall apart on us was a bridge about, 50 years ago. It's pretty good, considering all the infrastructure is 800 years old. Well, I mean, they could have done improvements in the last 800 years, but 900 years old now. Can I actually increase? Oh yeah, we can. Guest room, courtyard. We'll do guest room. Shillings. Nothing but shillings. 113-year-old daughter. Who wants to marry my 113-year-old daughter? She still looks like she's 30. Yep. I must have so many. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna get ridiculous. Because they're just non-stop having more kids. That's just... This is gonna freeze the game? Okay, no. That is a huge family line. Oh, wow. And it's only gonna get bigger. Oh, most of them have kids. Most of my grandchildren have children. I've got great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren. There's a couple every generation who don't, but that's nothing compared to the ones who do. Yeah, there's the one who had one. We're starting to see it. My kids are gonna outlive. Oh, they all became different. Oh, we're all over the place. We're all over the place. My daughters were like, yeah, we have equal, but not everyone else. We have to marry into these other cultures. Yeah. But you do matrilineal marriage. We don't have the same type of pull as you do. We're not the emperor. Well, okay. It's fine. We have our kids and all different types of family trees. It's great. I mean, the main one is still going super strong, so it's just funny that you, of all people, yeah, but it's his children that did, but even his son, married matrilineally. which is weird. King. Yeah, I mean that's just weird because he's an Iacus of another Iacus. That's just weird. I'm gonna leave it. Okay. Very interesting. Greenland viability up to 7 already. 879, 948. Other people are still supporting the shit out of Greenland. That's good. Okay. I could have sworn there was an option once we did settle Greenland. Welcome to my court. Okay. I guess I already have one. That's weird. Oh, please don't tell me you're in a war with one of my vassals. You are in a war with one of my vassals. But what's this war over? Defending a holy war from Shandum-Kimek. Of course my vandals and my vassals are not gonna, yeah, they are vandals. Owns a guard goose. I like its spunk. Would you be willing to sell it to me? As I entered the village, I heard a loud honking noise. Honk! And soon enough, an angry large goose waddled its way towards me. I had just arrived here to visit the local noble who lived nearby, but here I was standing in front of a very, very confident and irate goose instead. Creature paced back and forth, looking at me with uttermost poise and boldness, not caring at least that I was an emperor. Yeah, no shit. Moments later, breath, you're advanced, but in some ways, a commoner scurried forth and chased the goose away towards one of the houses. I'm so sorry, Emperor Breath. Bowing deep. Goose stands guard over our farm. I assume it was a stranger. Did not mean to offend. I like its spunk. Would you be willing to sell it to me? Geese were domesticated several thousand years ago for their meat, eggs, and feathers. They have often been used as guard animals due to their excellent eyesight, relative intelligence, strong territorial instincts, as well as the fact that their honking is extremely loud and noticeable. For example, the Roman historian Livy mentioned that when Gauls attacked Rome and attempted to assault the fortress of Capitone Hill, the geese there that were sacred to the gods Juno alerted the garrison with their honking. Cool. Oh, someone actually managed to do it. Governor Broiken established an outpost in Vinland in the name of our great dynasty, the Iacus. It is our hope that we can use this springboard for our ambition to disenlighten legends and myths. Okay, of course, there were quite a number of people who were skeptical of whether such a venture would long term. While Vinland is lush and fertile land, it is also extremely far from even Greenland. Itself is already far from civilization and lacking in many profitable resources. I can only hope that Iacus will prevail in the end and that this Vinland will succeed. Okay, my experience with this is that it immediately fails, no matter what. So let's just see. Okay, so we can go. It decreases. Ooh. Okay, so we'll go with the safe. No, we can do it. We're up to 870 or whatever. We can do it 20. by a random amount up to 20 each, regardless of success. So if 8 shelling should be able to handle it, it just depends. Yeah, we're 884, 960. Now, we don't need to do this. We can just wait, because the supporting Vinland, the viability will eventually go up every year. But let's do it. Okay. Right, fourth step to build. Viability increased by 1. Decreased by 10 and 12. Ooh, brutal. I mean, we did good. We did one of the big missions we set out to do. It's still early game. We have about 300 years left. And then I still want to see what happens with the Mongols, so we're probably not going to peace out exactly at 1200. Plus we want to get all the technologies. So it's going to be a while still, but, you know. We've pretty much done everything that we wanted to do. All we have left to do is play tall. That's fine. It'll be a nice chill video. Maybe in editing this, I'll put in some music. You guys can just listen to it. Like it's a music video of taking care of business. Insane opportunist. Berserker, Raider. Oh, very nice. Gregarious and brave. Very nice. High diplomacy, high learning, high martial. Well, that's expected, but still, very cool. Yeah, very cool. We met a berserker and we befriended him. Ain't that interesting? We gave him a direction not to berserk at. There we go. The castle's been converted. Okay, here we go. Wait, what? Oh! Pictus just learned battlements. Okay. We don't have that. Do we? No, we don't. It's because we're not present in West Germany. Oh, that's hilarious. Let that be a lesson to you. Abandoning the Picts might have been a mistake. Stone and palisade walls now protect the forts from oncoming enemies, significantly hindering any advance through the forest. Cool. The second most important companion for a hunter is the bird of prey, many of which are kept in aviaries. Cool. Meadows are used both for grazing and to produce hay for tougher times. Cool. Coops house easy to keep full, prized for their eggs and meat. Simple pastures. Pastures are used by local peasants to keep smaller animals such as sheep or goats. Homesteads house peasant farmers who grow grain and keep animals for their own use. Meadows are used for grazing and to produce hay in tough times. Coops, easy to keep full, prized for both their egg and meats. Livestock pens are strong enough to keep larger animals contained and secure. That's when we actually get cows. Apiaries, that's cool. Corrals, there we go. And cattle ranches. Alright. Actually, I wanted to read that. Pilgrims' quarters. Varied pilgrims are all allowed to stay and rest in pilgrims' quarters should they seek shelter during long journeys. Here they are also treated to food and drink and sometimes even a bath. Sick house. A modest sick house has been built here to keep the foul air of the ill away from the healthy, to provide a quiet place of healing for the infirm. In times of war or plague, the infirmaries offer a second chance to poor afflicted victims, presuming they make it here in time. Hospices offer long-term care for those who could otherwise not make it. Chronologically ill, the disabled, sometimes even those affected by demons are welcome. Charcoal burners work tirelessly through smoke and smog to produce the valuable material from local blacksmiths. Cool. Hound pens. Okay. We just have 60 titles. 66 titles we can create. No allies. I have one ally. It's my son. It's already going bad enough. Yep, Selicid's just getting shrunken down slowly but surely. Ptolemaic are kind of holding firm at where they are, but it looks like they've lost a little bit more land. Oh no. No, they haven't. They've been holding firm. Carthage has been slowly expanding, slowly. They hit a wall with this empire and the Sahara. Wallachia formed. Anarcha's been taken over by the Eastern Roman Empire. Macedon is still kind of carving out pieces, but I guess they're fighting against a vassal. That's hilarious. This physician. How's the empire looking? Oh man, 82 years. God. Parchman needs staying. 35 years, 26 years, 59 years, 24 years, 39 years. Okay, we'll do Cabinet of Curiosities. We'll do Courtyard next, and then we'll do Man's Home. Oh, dude! Oh! Ah! Was this you? Of course it was you. Of course it was you. Ah! Oh! God. Fuck! He taking over Parthia now? This is how the Romans lost. Don't overextend. Okay, wait. I can fix this. No, I can't. He has all the territory. No one is safe from my son. This is going to be the biggest challenge. He's going to conquer the entire fucking world. Then it's going to be underdeveloped nations versus Great Albion, for the love of... Fuck. Pardon my language. Just play tall. No one will be ballsy enough to take you on. Do you understand? You don't need to conquer everyone. You don't need it. Just carve out your slice of land. We're done with it. If you can do it without killing people, all the best. Or hurting people, but still. Okay. Now let's watch as my son conquers all of all of Eurasia. Oh, dude, you're perfect. You. I now have 51 influence per month. That's landed house members. Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. That's all it takes. Having 9 kids have a duchy and 1 king becoming a self-proclaimed emperor. No, I'm not helping you on your gosh darn fucking wars. It's the same place too. No, you do it. Also, you shouldn't be fighting your family. He's going for the conqueror trade. He's gonna get the conqueror trade, I bet you, if he doesn't already have it. And we'll never know if he has it. But he's got reckless military engineer, river scout, aggressive attacker, highland tactician. And he's my food taster. Yay! Okay, what do we want to do? We want to rename you. Can't rename you? Be really nice if we could rename you. Cool. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so let's just play tall. Finland's already up to 16, that's great. we need an explorer. Okay, failing that, we need someone with good stats. Oh yeah, you'll do. Vice North settlers, colonists. Courtiers, meh. Mercenaries, meh. Traders, meh. Traders are actually kind of good. But I don't want taxes. I want development. Norse colonists bring development. Plus, it stops pirates from coming. So, usually a good deal. Oh, look. Another one of my daughters needs. Aww. Okay, we'll think about you. Being shy is not that bad, especially when you're diligent. Ooh, yeah, no. We're going with you. Brave, content, humble. Yep. Oh, that's great. There's a crew trading ship that's set sailing for Greenland, blown off course. Great. Increase the viability. Wonderful. Too good. So far, so good. Shillings. That's great. Me and my trusty spear, yeah. We are a spear and shield type of dude. Oh, boo. Okay, so let's just see. Farm and fields. Crop fields are the backbone of feudal economy. Each man by a small but certain generous family of peasants, all but willing to surrender most of what they produce in the tithe to the crown. The construction of the most hamlets means that giant crab. Moderate peasants can be put to work in the fields, increasing the local production and taxation. The erection of barns and larger storehouses allow peasants to preserve hay and straw, give them a place to store their tools, and act as an impromptu roof for the traveling armors. Yeah, one bad. Impromptu roof for traveling armies and vagabonds alike. Some physician. Ooh, we're going through a hard time this year. Larger farmsteads support larger peasant families. Good. When families have space, great. Means to grow, they would generate more children. Viable increased by 21. Good. More children that they can put to toil in the fields. Granaries allow farmers to grow cereals, dried meat, and other types of food throughout the winter. While not immune to mice and other pests, they at least keep their contents dry. Farmers safely collect the portions of their produce due to the corrosion in the tithe barns, of course. This makes it a lot easier for us to tax them. Vast crop fields. By encouraging people to till more larger fields close to each other's lands, we can increase productivity. Although encroaching on each other's lands might bring conflict between the farmers, the massive silo grains store grain in vast quantities throughout the entire year, and even between years, and can support truly massive populations. Cool. Hunter's Lodge. Hunters convene in these lodges to plan their excursion in the wilderness, and they also serve as places to keep trophies and meet up after a successful hunt. Okay, gonna take a little break because I got melancholic. And that's just not gonna work for me. Be back. Great. Yes.
Build, 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 build. We are just building up the lands, playing tall and remaining within our location, except sun. Player air is causing us quite the issues by expanding our borders and threatening to conquer the known world. He will probably have the Crusader perk. Okay. So, where were we? Hound pens. Hunting lodges, hound pens. Breed swift dogs that make excellent companions for the hunt. The whole host of hounds are usually brought along for each hunt. To track and spot prey, sentinels watch in towers all over the land, reporting the sightings back to the hunters. Aviaries. Hunter stables. A successful hunt is always in need of a vast, tough, and fearless mount. The hunt stables provide specialized breeds that do well on long treks. Rangers prowl on the hunting grounds in search of prey. While they work alone, they are more than capable of taking down smaller prey by themselves. Rangers' huts. Interesting. Hunting reserves. A large swath of land is designated as a reserve, which prevents non-authorized hunters from hunting within. It ensures that there's always plenty of prey for the official huntsman, through a few poachers sometimes slip by. Gameskeeper Lodge. The gamekeeper are responsible for the well-being of the land and the animals therein. Whenever nobles decide to go hunting, the gamekeepers know where to send them and that the hunt finds a quarry. Okay. Hospices. Hospital gardens. A garden of flowers is planted around the hospice. Each flower has a pointed and pleasant aroma to counter the miasma of the sick. Central hospital building exists to provide care and central location for all hospices. Nurses and holy people remain in residence here to provide alms and care for locals and sick travelers. Leper colony. Out in the wilderness close to the hospice, a small community has been constructed where they may grow their own crops and live their own final days among each other, posing no risk to the healthy and broader society. Hospitals offer alms and nursing for the elderly and infirm, the treatment for the sick and the weary. Here they are separated from the rest of the society and cared for by dedicated holy people. Great hospital. Okay, cool. Walls and towers. The first step of any respectable fortification is the erection of bastions and curtain walls. They do a decent job of keeping enemies and rioting peasants at bay. Bailey's the most defensive place in the store. Critical supplies, siege weapons, and armor, and pickled boar heads. Wall towers act as excellent vantage points and like to snipe away at the armies. Second curtain wall. In addition to second curtain wall makes for an unsurpassed defensive position. If an enemy manages to break through the first wall, they will be greeted by yet another, enough to demoralize any assailant. When an enemy army manages to break through an outer wall, they will be unwillingly be funneled into the swinger, also known as the killing fields. Devilishly clever. Outer Baileys, more walls means more Baileys, and by extension more safe storage for supplies. With Baileys this many, we can even store an entire stable's worth of nightly mounts within the walls. Should we run out of pickled boar heads. Cool. The Thrace Italian, or bastion fort, is a type of defensive structure that now can resist even the relentless pounding of cannons. Well, not for very long, but at least for long enough to allow safe escape through the secret tunnels. The Cavalier is the raised platform allows to fire upon the main parapet, right at the enemies. Unfortunately, this also means the enemies know exactly where to aim their shots. Those soldiers positioned on the ravelins, which are the triangle outworks that divide besieging enemies, can do their best to prevent this from happening. That's pretty funny. At a certain point, fortress is kind of useless. Okay. Meadows, livestock pens, apiaries, corrals, cattle ranches. So, coops, easy grazing fallow. Livestock pens are sturdy enough to keep larger animals. Large corrals house horses and other beasts of burden, keeping them safe and happy. Ranches are ideal for housing larger herds of cattle, and they provide ample grazing and plentiful space to move. Wooden barracks. Okay, wait. Shrine, barracks, sentry tower, guardhouse, stables, storage barn, market, pasture. Vineyards. Ooh, olive grove is plague resistance. Okay, we're going with that. Then we might do vineyard, and then we might do pastures. This is really gonna be like my private estate to keep my family healthy and fed. Yep. Okay. Months to build these things. Oh, I'm not complaining, but it just means that I'm like constantly in the build screen. 3 months. 3 months. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. How is it only 6 months? Base 730 days. Okay. Kivaz, architect, professional workforce? Right. Thunder Norse Pictish gives us minus 10%. Oh, Royal Architect. Okay. So we're doing minus 30, 40, 70, 75. Okay, I understand now. Minus 75% to our construction time. Ooh, wow. You can marry again. Oh, and she's perfect. Dixocean, Eastern Roman Empire. Oh, maybe they'll stop you from killing them all. Okay. Or maybe it'll give you a claim to the throne and then you'll try and kill them all regardless. Oh my god, how many more territories did you take? Okay. Okay. Where was I? Simple wooden barracks offers basic protection from the elements to the levies as they train for war. By clearing the large swathe of land of any obstruction, we can muster our soldiers in one place for divisions into units. The clear vision will also allows for easier spotting of deserters. Sturdier stone barracks offer significantly more protection from the elements, and the carrying of stones is greatly training our men. While permanent barracks are useful for training, the availability of mobile camps of tents increase our effectiveness in times of war, as the barracks can move together with the army. By enlisting camp smiths to maintain our levies, rusted spears, and bent forks, we can make our troops more effective and at least bit deadlier. By putting up our training dummies, obstacle courses, we can sift the chaff from the wheat, and that way we know which men to put on the front of the formations. By constructing the dedicated conscription centers in our nearby centers, we ensure a safe stream of ill-willed, alcoholized troublemakers to swell our ranks. While we often have more to move our levies at a moment's notice, the construction of permanent well-built barracks allow us to place and house the more elite soldiers and officers. Militia camp. Okay. Time to build again. What's the max? 12. That's great. That's great. That's absolutely wonderful. Build, build, build. Build, build, build. That's all I do now. Gandalf the Grey, would you just build my empire for me? I used to be their advisor, now I'm doing it all for them. I mean, it is really turning out quite well, except for my son, of course. Well. if there is anyone who's intelligent. Ooh, I like you. We're just constantly filling our line with intelligent kids. Okay. Where were we? Okay. Militia camp. Hide tents. Upon calling levies, they are gathered into rudimentary camps where they get to sleep in simple tents. While not the most comfortable, it is cheap and portable type of camp. By assigning a portion to levies to collect and prepare food for the rest, more men are lured in from the countryside, driven by the smell of food. Archery targets and dummies give the levies both distraction and a modicum of training before they're thrown into the heat of battle. Watch posts act as beacons, outlooks, and natural gathering spots, even when they're not in times of muster. Guards are stationed there. Campsmiths do simple repairs and keep horseshoed. Dedicated mustering halls placed in every village make it easier to press levies into service. Each town now has its own militia barracks where weapons are stored should they be needed. The barracks also acts as a meeting place for officers responsible for the muster. The large levying square provides not only a place for soldiers to gather, but also one to train for upcoming battles. Okay. Horse pens. Okay, small building fit for a couple of horses and a natural center for any holding, as well as the first of the last stop of a mountain visitor. Outside pen allows for the stabled horses to stretch their legs, graze, and enjoy some fresh air. A simple supply of hay storage ensures a steady supply of food for horses outside the grazing period. With enough station horses and stagecoaches spread around the area, one can travel day and night with important missives, perishable goods, or other needs. In addition, the simple quarters in which the workers can sleep keeps them out of the house pens, makes life more comfortable for men and beasts alike. Right. Drainage channels carved into the ground of the stables keep the horse dry and cozy almost effortlessly. The amount of work and skill required to properly care for hooves encourages the growth of farmers' guilds, tirelessly making and adjusting, repairing horseshoes. In addition to dedicating facilities for grooming and caring for the most prized example of genuine perfection, support the breeding of new magnificent steeds and make the ones we have almost glitter. Cool. Stud farms. Nice. Okay, blacksmith. Bloomeries. Through the countryside, smoke rises from the bloomeries, simple structures with walls made of heat-resistant clay and stone, where a mix of charcoal and crushed iron ore is added from an open top to mix sponge iron. Crafted from sturdy animal skins, bellows are usually operated by blacksmith apprentices, constantly pumping a strong current of air into the fire. A device that aids the blacksmith in fabricating wire for chainmail. Pieces of heated iron are drawn through successfully. Smaller holes are much easier to working than laboriously hammering it out on the fire. Draw plate. Fabricating wires for chainmail. Pieces of heated iron are drawn through successfully. Smaller holes. A much easier way of working than hammering out on the forge. Cool. Blacksmiths are strong and encouraged to practice their craft outside of densely populated area, and innovation of metal production allows most of the work almost constantly. The dissatisfaction of the nearby populace rises with each clang of a hammer and each roaring fire in the night. Cool. Trip hammers powered by water wheel and unlucky apprentices. A simple rotating cam raises the hammer and then allows it to fall naturally in a steady rhythm. The addition of the room for casing and working with gold and silver, each with their own speciality, designed workbench and forges, make working with jewelry and plating with precious metals much easier. Blast furnaces run hot day round, smelting iron, lead, and copper. The quality of the metal they produce is beyond excellent. Cast iron, slightly weaker, but much cheaper to produce than the other methods. Cast iron is used to produce a wide array of tools like plowshares, nails, and hallows. Cast iron. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny, huh? Ain't that funny. Cool. Trade port. Small harbor. A humble harbor sits at the shore, allowing ships to load and offload their cargo without much effort. A workshop where fishing nets are woven has been set up here. Day in and day out, nets are made and repaired tirelessly. The harbor has become a hub for trade and travel in the area. Ships from all around from the coast come here to trade. Yeah, I'm gonna get some trade ports. Skilled shipwrights gathered at this port to construct and repair ships for highest bidder. Yes. Expanded docks. More numerous and larger docks support an ever-increasing number of trading vessels. The appearance of dedicated buildings for ship maintenance marks an important step in the transformation of a simple harbor into a bustling center of maritime power. Yes. Grand Port. These Grand Port offer plentiful docks, shipyards, and the very best sailors of the area. All the commodities require long-range travelers can be found here, and the merchants and fishermen in the army have all the support they require. In the dry docks, the ship is sailed into a narrow passage where the water is pumped out. The ship is then suspended on a block of stone and can be repaired and maintained with increased ease. Ugh. Dry docks. Oh, and the development growth by itself. Ugh. I mean, the money is great. And we get stationed men-at-arms toughness. Ooh, I didn't know that. I should have been paying attention. That's wonderful. Okay, what else did we miss here? We got the capital magistry, and we got the warriors lodges, and then there's the forest buildings, which I want to check out. We're handedly winning a battle. Okay. Courthouse. Law is what makes the cities thrive and prosper, and a law can only be upheld in court. This office employs a large policing force, which keeps the city safe from criminals and apprehends breakers. Fires are a constant threat that looms over a densely populated area. A well-driven fire crew will put out fires before it spreads. Appointing officials as overseers as many guilds within the city will ensure that each guild is efficient, maintaining quality and following all the necessary procedures. A judicial department, extended department for judicial matters, is necessary in a large growing city. An army of officials, clerks, and judges work effortlessly to enforce law and order. While there might be a small number of prisons spread out across the city, a large jail will ensure that anyone breaking the law will have a cell waiting for them. Trade is too lucrative a business and to not be better regulated by the law. By overseeing tolls and goods entering the city, we can administer capital provisions much more efficiently and perhaps even more earn some additional gold. Urban Palace. A large, majestic residence spectacular enough to put most palaces to shame and show that the chief administrator can be close and available at all times. For while a city never truly sleeps, its administrator surely does. Okay. Now, where is our wood? Alright, we can check a couple of things on the hills. Hill farms. I've actually already checked out hill farms before, but they're cool. Hillside fields along the side of the major hills. There are numerous small fields growing crops, sustaining small cattle are brought to uncultivated uplands and fells along the graves of plentiful grasses that grow here. Root cells allow for year-round storage. Importance amazing. Large fields, vegetable provides sparse blah. Great. By diverting water from nearby streams into a terrace, we can massively increase the fertility. Excellent. Proper roads, stairs connect to the spread out farms and handle using communication and faster travel of people and news. A large number of farm animals and people alike can be fed throughout the winter with the food preserved in these granaries. And the rolling hills provide the perfect environment for orchards, particularly of the apple variety. Yes! Okay, hill forts. Small hill fort, simple earthworks, ditches. Dug in defensive hilltop, biggest ditch, muddy and slippery walls. Stockades, large walls, sharpened logs surround the fort, providing another obstacle before reaching within. Guardhouse are placed on the forts with guardsmen ready at moment's notice should the assault begin. Large stone walls now surround the hill fort once and for all, cementing the impenetrable nature. The central fort has now been expanded and improved upon significantly and now rises far towards the skies in an imposing manner. The earthwork surrounding the hill fort is so complex and confusing that enemy armies barely know which entrance they should storm, something which works out to our advantage, especially seeing half of them lead to deadly traps. Okay, cool. This is all good. Right. Ooh, no. Trophy halls. Life on the battlefield. Human memory are both fleeting things, whereas a wall where each lodge member can hang their treasure trophies will stand much, much longer. A modest equipment storage and an established rigorous training schedule are, after all, they needed for too young to remember the battles past and learn from those too old to join the ranks in the future. In addition, of feasting halls always brimming with food and laughter addresses the rising number of celebrated battles in this warrior's lodge. A dedicated field that mirrors terrain where armies clash, groups of warriors can learn how to fight and maneuver as a cohesive unit. Troops trained here are a formidable force, having learned to trust both their commanders and their men in the ranks next to them. With sacred grounds secured for burial, venerated members of this warrior lodge can safely rest forever, no longer confined to the foreign cold ground of the battlefield, while at the same time serving an inspiration for generations of warriors to come. Cool. Commemoration halls. In these halls, well-paid troubadours and poets are lauding the deeds of the bravest of warriors, while sufficient crowds assemble or sufficiently wealthy and patron wishes whole spectacles take place, enacting a famous and victorious ballads from the past. Library of warriors. Generations of young trainees have been learning here, but only from surviving still present warriors. Now tropes are accumulated, only sometimes conflicting knowledge can be accessed by anybody for a small fee. Visitors' quarters. These also become venerated designation, prevent pilgrimages known and dreamed of far and wide by aspiring seasoned warriors alike. Cool. We are looking for due to have forests. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go out and then we're going to do these. Might as well let the buildings all get built. Allendale. Cool. This is great. I love the little details like that. You want me to go to war again? Against who? As an attacker on Khazaria. Where's Khazaria? Okay, at least it's not a freaking kingdom. Yeah, no, you can handle it yourself at this point. Let's just see. Yeah, you can handle it yourself, bro. I'm out. You conquered the world yourself. Fortress forts. Earth ramparts. Long banks of earth form defensive boundaries around the fort, hindering the enemy advance. While an enemy might feel safe approaching the fortification, they'll find themselves trapped and impaled. Stone and palisade walls now protect the forts from oncoming enemies, significantly hindering any advance of the forts. By constructing in branches in the wall, we can easily both see the fire arrows at enemies coming our way. By safely constructing earthworks where we predict enemies will pass by, we can outsmart and outflank as they attempt to move around the forest. By improving the battlements with crenellations, we have the clear advantage in any siege, with our soldiers able to move in relatively safely and retaliate in any kind of assault. Cool. The large stone fortresses stand out like mountains from the forest, protecting a large swathe of land. Cool. Outposts. To track animals and incoming raids, a series of outposts are manned by vigilant guardsmen. If a dangerous beast is spotted, it doesn't take long for word to spread so that the vulnerable cattle can be hurried to safely. Along with the many roads and winding paths, there are several outposts manned by guards in the employ of local merchants. Their presence ensures that the area remains peaceful and safe, free of highwaymen. One advantage of living in rough terrain is the ability to camouflage just about anything. Should a raid stumble by, locals can arm themselves with weapons from numerous hidden caches. The rickety old outpost has now been replaced by a sturdy and tough palisade tower. What's more, they are almost perfectly hidden in the rough terrain. Wait, did I win the war? No, I haven't. This is a Liberty War. Oh, we're helping him defend against... Okay, we're putting down their... Okay. Okay, that's fine. Right. Completely forgot. I was like, why am I in war right now? No, there's delay. Okay. Palisade, rickety outpost, starting. Frontier outpost. Turrets constructed of tough materials. The sheer size of these towers is enough to make any raid turn on heels. To ensure our scouts are well fed and can travel light, we have erected a series of distributed places scouting outposts, well hidden even from prying eyes of the enemies. These buildings allow unparalleled intelligence to be gathered in times of invasion. Opposing stone-hewn outposts now rise towards the skies, making the presence felt. Now rise towards the skies, making the presence felt by the soldiers and caravans guarded, housed within. Okay. Don't know why. Oh yeah, I did see blackness. Okay. Forestry. Woodcutters have set up camps along the outskirts of forests, ensuring a steady production of logs. All along the forest, resin is being collected for use as an adhesive or to be sold to the clergy for use in various rites. Charcoal burners work tirelessly through the smoke and smog to produce valuable materials for local blacksmiths. Some areas of the forest are reserved as pastures, as animals are allowed to graze between the trees and fatten up on numerous nuts and berries and leaves. Cool. Where trees once stood, fields now lie. Former forests make for formidable farmlands. Interesting. Honey badgers. On the edge of the forest, apiaries are placed to captivate an abundant amount of wildflowers that have appeared where the forest once stood. Forest glassworks. Forest makes for the perfect places for blowers to work. With easy access to most materials they need, valuable glass can be produced and traded. Sawmills are massive improvements of their access, and forest can be consumed in no time. It's valuable wood fueling for our cities and towns. Okay, so yes, forests were everywhere, and people needed to expand. But I'm surprised that there isn't some type of technology or increase that allows for renewing trees, replanting them. Anyways, that's okay. Especially because we're people that appreciate nature, you'd think that they would want the trees to be replanted in certain areas, or that certain areas would be permanent forests. They are awful important after all. Shillings. There will be so many shillings by the end of this game. Greenland will be walruses and cows. That's all there will be. No goats. Sheep. It'll be walruses and sheep. Cool. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so this brings me to what I wanted to do. I wanted to filter you by who is the biggest. I'm surprised I can't do this on this side. I can do it here. Okay. Okay, I was very happy with that before. Now I want this. Same thing, I want promote culture. Same thing, I want promote culture. Same thing, I want promote culture. Okay, so they're mostly in order. Yep, I want promote culture. Oh yeah. Totally. Culture. The Isles, well, we've already done that, so you can continue improving development. You can improve development. You can improve, oh wait, yes, no. Promote culture. Connor, you can, yeah, that's fine. Tiny part of that, you can promote culture. Mother, you can promote culture. Leinster, you can promote culture. Right, you can promote culture. Ulster, you can promote culture. Yep, you can promote culture. You can promote culture. You can promote culture. Why should I be the only one doing this? You guys should all be doing it too. You're in the south, right? Yeah, actually. Yeah, let's promote. Oh. Right, so you continue with development, that's fine. You actually continue to improve development. You can promote culture. Travel. You can improve development. You can promote culture. I don't like that. Yeah, now we're getting into the one-sized realms. Leave them. We're looking for any realm that's bigger than one, really. Doesn't have my culture, so you can do development. If you're tribal, you can do oh, you can do development. Leave you alone, that's fine, that's fine. Promote culture. Oh wow, I'm making a lot of money off of my vassals now. Okay. Ain't that interesting. You can promote culture. You can promote culture. And you guys are all non-landed. Okay, you can promote culture. You can promote culture. Okay. Great. Good. Good. So now we have Scaran and Lotharinian. Oh, and Picto-Gallic. Oh, that's very cool. Gothic, Prussian. Oh, we've got control. So now we're on to learning. Development growth. Yes, sirree. We now have diplomat, marshal, stewardship, learning. We will then go to leadership, and then prowess, and wandering. And then we're gonna not do anything else. We will now have blacksmith districts everywhere. That makes me happy. Stalwart family smells good to me. I think that feels more appropriate. Learning perk, alright, and we started with open-minded, that's so cool. Okay, let's go down the whole body. Okay, so let's do some things. First of all, let's gift you some stuff. Yes, let's give you that. Gifts an artifact. Yep. 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 No, not that. Not that. Yes, this. You can have 2 tapestries. Not that. About this magnificent chest. Come on down to the family giveaway. Yeah, another excellent tapestry. You can have that. Floodplains, right? You can have the Pictish mail.
that's cool. Here you can have a powerful Breton horse. That's awesome. Art of Love now. But yeah, you can totally have this. No. Yeah, you can have this. You're gonna have this. You would not accept it. Yeah, I had a feeling. Nurse Pictish, you can have that. You're gonna have my bad throne. You're gonna have this chest. You can take this. You have that. How am I doing? Oh, great. Hereditary rule. Crop sharing, my hands are full. No. Enough of that. Oh, I'm all cool. I wear glasses now. Okay. New child for the dynasty. It's actually not bad, but let's just see if there's someone better. Aha. Yes, you. Okay. There he goes, just taking more and more territory. Oh my god. Right, I gotta look at my fascination list now. Okay, I got household soldiers, that's great. I need arch saddle. That'll take 6 years, okay. Yay. Mangonels. And we're going with Mach Hedgeman. that's fine. Okay. Yep. That's some powerful horsemen. Not great on defense. But pretty great. Okay. You don't get those. Okay. We're gonna go with caledonians. Super powerful. Okay. I was hoping that you guys got up as well, but I guess not. You want me to fight against Wallachia? Yeah, no. That ain't for me, boy. Wash your hands, finally. Oh, so wonderful. Let's see if there's a second winning intelligent dude. Yes, you. Oh, that was maybe a mistake. Go back to Inverness, you'll get more there. And that's fine. Now I'm very tempted to replace all my light horsemen with the heavies. Because I think that that's just going to be a better choice. It's okay if I have a troop of light horsemen. They can still be very useful in lots of different ways. But they both count archers, so it comes down to who's doing more damage. Actually, no. Oops. Shouldn't have destroyed it in this one. Keep the light horsemen. That was a mistake. But in all the other ones, catching. Transforming into a heavy infantry, a heavy cavalry type of group. Okay. Okay.
now my cavalry is doing some very ridiculous damage. And now I'm talking like Liam Neeson for some reason. Okay, so we've overhauled our military. We will be keeping archers, even though they're scoundrels, which bothers me, but hopefully it'll change in the future. Oh, it won't be. She's going to be in charge for quite a while. Okay. High mercenary cost. That's not at all what I wanted. I think we're going to retire them both. We're going to destroy them both. And we're going to remake them. She has lots of abilities. Okay. So we want stalwart. Army toughness and archer. That'll do. That's the first. Okay. Second, we want heavy cavalry. Vanguard, do you have? No, you have skirmishers. Okay, well, Vanguard's pretty good, but that's not what we want. Ooh. Contender House Paragon. I mean, interesting, but not what we want either. Pike Captain. Outrider Vanguard. Also interesting, but not what we're looking for. Valiant and Vanguard. Okay, we have a second choice now. She's the best so far. Morfana. Okay. If we can't find anyone else, we're going with that. I still want a Lancer. Okay. Let's just see. No. Okay. Alright. Morfana, you've got the job. And considering that fact, well, we still got larger spearmen. Okay, considering that fact, we're gonna get rid of our spearmen and make our Varangian guard. Okay, 67, 87, 87, 81. So, we're going with an 87. 87. 81. 67. Even at 67, you're still better than the pikemen. Though they are good. Let's not get it twisted. It's just now that we're focusing on heavies, we want to focus on heavies. And as soon as we can get a Lancer, we're going to add that to the mix. Now, because I don't want these people to disappear anytime soon, we're going to save, we're going to exit, we're going to come back, and we're going to load and give them Black Knight status. Because I'm tired of having to change that every 5 seconds.
At least it fell on my Black Knight on one of them, which is great, saves me trouble. I only have to do it for one of them now. Whew. I gotta go to the gym in 2 hours and a half. Yeah. Okay. No, I already did that. Oh, I guess I didn't. So let's do this. That should keep you from dying anytime soon. And since you already have the Black Knight trait. Okay, let's do some things. Okay, good. Okay, next.
money. Okay, I feel better. Okay. There we go. Now, I had a feeling Anasha and Macedon and the newly formed Wallachia were going to be taken over by the Eastern Roman Empire. But once my son started conquering, I had half a feeling that he was going to go for them instead, so we'll see. He's getting quite ridiculous. Okay. Like I just wanted this size, this little size. Okay.
Right, we can't get Lancer yet. That's okay. We'll get it in the next era. That's 5 years. Okay. No, I don't want Scoon. Nothing wrong with Scoon, I just don't want it. I gave it away for a reason. I don't want all of the titles. I'll give it away. Baronies you can have. Take them. I don't want all the counties in Scotland. I want you to report to me as baronies and barons, yes. But that's about it. We do care about corrupt officials. What do we want to do? We wanted to... Sure. Just chill for a second. That was not what I meant to do. Can we get you a divorce? Forced divorce. There. Let's get you a new wife. No, no great granddaughters. She's fine though. The other House Iacus, funnily enough, is fine. And we're gonna go for the compassion and temperate one. Oh, so we are related. Aha. Well, you. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's too bad. House Iacus. I mean, it can't be. Culture. Dynasty, not Iacus. Let's take a look again. Aha. There's still a chance of having children. Fuck yeah, do it. Because that's the most impressive character so far. Yes, exactly. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. We're spreading. We are like is it again? Temporal, theocratic, pluralist. Opinion. We'll have opinion penalties 50%. County conversion less, but counties of other faiths are less likely to join factions. Reduce danger for heresies from low fervor. Winning a holy lord will vassalize infidel rulers in the target area instead of seizing their land. So, like, it's, you know, it's all cool if you don't have the same god as us. I want to go with you because you seem like the best choice. Because we don't want an asshole interacting with the Native Americans. We want someone who's kind.
So much money, it's ridiculous. I was trying to keep it under 300.